Morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to our weekly sales meeting. You know, a wise man once said, any day that starts with Seeger is going to be a good day. So here we are, getting your Tuesday rocking with little Bob Seeger first thing in the morning. Excited to have you guys here today. We are back on Zoom after last week's very exciting, very productive in-person sales meeting in our Pepper Pike office. We will be back in person the first Tuesday in December in the Rocky River office. So looking forward to seeing all of our river friends there. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Our beliefs, as you all know, we all start every week with a breakdown of our beliefs. We pick one and we talk a little bit about how we can see that showing up in our lives, in our work, and in our deals throughout the coming week. A lot of conversations I had this week, last week rather, were around these things that people hadn't seen in some time, home sale contingencies. Some domino deals where we have to keep this deal together so that the next deal goes through, so the next deal goes through. And what you realize is those things are they're precarious in any situation, right? But when you have the opportunity to lose multiple deals at once or have things completely outside of your control impact the transaction, there's a lot of anxiety that can come with that, right? For you and for your clients. And so today, I want to highlight communication and seek first to understand. As we move through the next several months, and as we look to maximize our conversion rates to ensure that we are hitting our goals for the coming year, being a strong communicator is going to be a really important trait of the agents who win in the market shift, and a really important trait of the agents who keep their deals together. And it says seek first to understand. We're coming out of a speed-based market, and we're moving into a skill-based market. And so the danger of skills is that if we don't deploy the right one, we can do more harm than good, right? So we have to take that Hippocratic oath and make sure that we're using the right medicine to treat the right ailments for our clients. And the only way to do that is to seek first to understand, fully understand their situation, their motivation, what their needs are, and why those needs are motivating them to buy, sell, or invest. Whereas maybe 12 months ago, we were picking up people who were trying to take advantage of free money with a 2.5% interest rate. And we could, slam and jam until we got a deal. Things are going to look a little bit different. We're going to need to architect things differently. Make sure you're keeping communication at the front of your mindset for the foreseeable future. And always, I would say. Never hurts to be a strong communicator. So communication, seek first to understand, is the one I want everyone to put in their pocket and take with them this week as we work towards our a great month of November. Congratulations to all the agents who showed up to the party last month. We had 10 agents join, start their real estate career, move their license, or reactivate their license with Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan last month. And we are excited to see all of them get underway and take advantage of what will prove to be a really great time to start your real estate career. Talked about it last week. I want to put it up there again in case you missed it. Keller Williams is the #1 brand for real estate in Northeast Ohio. We have sold more homes as a brand than any other brand in Northeast Ohio. You can see that that is pulled directly from Trend Graphics, pulled directly from the MLS for the first 9 months of the year. And we're working hard to keep that trend firmly in place as we move through the fourth quarter. So excited to celebrate everyone with that. We'll make sure everyone gets a graphic if we haven't already, so that they can share that out on social media and make sure your clients know that you are working at the #1 brand in Northeast Ohio. All right, and now Thanksgiving Heroes. So this is a local philanthropic endeavor that's put on by one of our very own, Matthew Chase, who's joining us live from the Rocky River office. And we're going to let Matt talk a little bit about what this Thanksgiving Heroes thing is, what opportunities exist, and if you were so compelled, how you could help.
Well, thank you, Michael. So as we talked about in the meeting last week, this was founded by a good friend of mine. He's a Keller Williams agent in Utah, and he grew up in a situation where he was living in a truck in a field with his family, and someone came by and offered that the whole family his home. He had multiple homes, and it was around Thanksgiving, and the guy took him into the house and said, hey, the entire refrigerator is full for you guys. If you run out of food, call this number and we'll restock it for you. And talked to the dad and said that my suits are about the same size as you. You know, hopefully you can use this opportunity to go out and turn your life around, go interview for jobs and these type of things. And they did. And Rob told his mom that if he was ever in a position to be able to help people, that's what he would want to do. And he would want to do it around Thanksgiving. He told that story to a mastermind group that I was in. And, you know, it was really compelling to me and I wanted to help. And we looked at our area here. So for instance, in Lorain County, which is where we do a lot of real estate in, 1 in 5 people are classified as hungry, which means they don't have enough food. And I didn't know that when Rob gave the speech, but when we did more research into it, we wanted to help. And so what we do during the Thanksgiving time, we do it November 19th, Saturday, November 19th. We deliver enough food. We deliver a 14-pound turkey, a whole box of 3 boxes of instant mashed potatoes, gravy, and it's a whole meal to make a great Thanksgiving meal for them with leftovers for that week. And so we do that, like I said, on Saturday, November 19th. What we really need from you guys is we need drivers. So we are delivering 2,000 meals this year. Our first year we did 100. Our second year we did 1,000, and this year we're doing 2,000. And so we ask that every driver delivers 10 meals, which is 200 drivers. So far we have 150 drivers signed up, so we need 50 more drivers. So that's why I'm on here. I don't need money. I don't need any of that stuff. I just really need your guys' help. If you could volunteer an hour of your time, it probably would only take a half hour to deliver 10 meals the way we group them together. So that's all I need. We will be delivering them out of Westlake. So right up the street here from our Rocky River office, we have a warehouse. It's right across from Dave & Buster's, so easy to find. And that's all we need. Just if you guys and gals on this call could volunteer an hour of your time, Saturday the 19th. And if you go to thanksgivingheroes.org/Cleveland and then go down to volunteer, you can sign up right there.
That is awesome. Matt, thank you so much for bringing this opportunity to all of our agents and for doing what you do for the hungry folks of Lorain County. Guys, if you're looking for a way to make your Thanksgiving meal taste a little sweeter, I would encourage you to take Matt up on the opportunity to help 10 families out, get in the car, cruise around, meet some people, and help make their end to 2022 a little bit brighter. So take advantage of that opportunity. We'll drop all the information in the chat where you can sign up, and let's help Matt help more families. So thanks again, Matt. Appreciate you bringing this to our folks. All right, upcoming training. What is on deck? First of all, we had a great career night last night. We took our show on the road, as we do every couple of months, and we were in the Shaker Heights area, the Shaker Heights Public Library. We had a great turnout both in the room and on the Zoom. More than 20 people coming out to learn about opportunities at Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan and in the real estate industry. big thank you to all these folks who made sure that our room was full by inviting their friends, family members, former colleagues, or folks that they know that are interested in a career in real estate. As you heard me say earlier on the call, I think this is one of the best times to get started in the industry, believe it or not. Everyone's talking about the shift and high interest rates and all these other things. The opportunity afforded to people who are getting into the industry now is unlike what we've seen in over a decade. So very excited to help more people find their way and find success at Keller Williams. And our next one is going to be next week. That is on November 14th at 6:30 p.m. in the Rocky River office. In the Rocky River office, third floor, 6:30 p.m. in person and on Zoom, Monday, November 14th. Tell your friends, let them know that we will be there and we would love to chat them up. There is a great agent event coming to Northeast Ohio. We have members of the Keller Williams Realty International Technology team, as well as our regional technology trainer, czar, and authority, Sarah Herta, will be descending on Cleveland on December, what was the date for that, Carrie? Is it December 9th? Maybe. I feel like December 9th is the date for this. I'm sure if you hit that QR code, it'll show up. But
it is December 9th.
It's December 9th. Yeah. All right. So on December 9th, we'll be hosting this in Cleveland. I believe this will actually be held in Westlake. And is a great opportunity to, regardless of your expertise level, this is going to be a great way to get familiar, get more familiar, and get and build a better base of skills and expertise around command, what it connects into, all of the applets that exist inside of it. This is going to be a great event. It is a free event. It is one that I know a lot of people have asked about and would be interested in. Very excited for this to be coming to our hood. All right. And then this Thursday, the Cross Country Crusaders are going to talk about arms and buy downs and points. Oh my. And so they will be hosting a Zoom call. These are things that some of you may have not ever encountered or might need to dust off your expertise around. As we move into a different market, when we talk about being skills-based, I'll remind everybody 7% of all buyers last year said that they, the best part of working with their realtor was their ability to help them navigate financing, or the reason that they chose their realtor was because they had the ability to navigate financing. Now, if you can take a 7% reduction in opportunities and income, that's fine, don't attend. But if you're looking to be able to steer your clients in the right place with their mortgage opportunity and get creative with their financing, this is the right course for you. And I think between Sean and Don and Chris, there's over 60 years of mortgage experience that'll be leading that call. And then a reminder, we dropped this last week and are thrilled to have it. For those of you who weren't at the sales meeting last week, check out your resource website, 297agent.com. It's going to have everything that you need, forms, documents, files, troubleshoots for command, answers to frequently asked questions, ports into get tickets for our great events like the holiday party or the gratitude gathering coming up next week. You can access the full agent directory if you're trying to find the name, phone number, contact information of anybody in our company, training calendar, recordings, scripts. There's a whole script library. How important is that going to be in the next 18 months? Very. That's the news flash. It's going to be very important. And so definitely check this out and save it as your homepage. It's a great place to start and end every day. At least that's what I do. You just heard me talk about it, the gratitude gatherings. Gratitude gathering is next Wednesday, 8 days away. Rocky River from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Pepper Pike from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we are, for those of you who maybe haven't been to one of these, or you're like, hey, what are you talking about? I'm a newer person. This is a really great cultural event that we host annually as a company. And it is a ton of fun. Everybody gets together in the respective office at the respective times. We do a little potluck action. So if you make a zucchini roll or buffalo chicken dip or pig in a blanket, you go ahead and bring that, right? And we get together, enjoy some company, enjoy some food, and then share stories and moments of gratitude for each other, for our industry, for our company, for our co-brokes, and for the opportunities that are afforded to us that may not be there for everyone else. And so it's just an opportunity to take an exercise in gratefulness and do it with some of the best people that I know, which is all of you. And then we will wrap the month on November 30th with a class that I am very excited about, Win with Sellers with Shoshana Socher. So Shoshana is fresh off refining her training and presentation skills through KW University's Train the Presenter. And she will be breaking down winning with sellers. I think Shoshana probably lists more than 50 homes a year. And so the idea of winning with sellers is something she's very familiar with. We will be putting out all of the great course materials from Keller Williams University around this one, and are really excited to upgrade everybody's skills around getting listings and getting them sold for the upcoming year. Make no mistake, even though the market is shifting and buyers have more leverage, you still need more listings. And then finally, if you haven't got your ticket already, grab your ticket to the holiday party, 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, December 3rd. We will be at Goodnight John Boy, wearing out that dance floor. We are really excited to be back there. If you were there last year, you know it was a ball. And we also know that we're pretty good at having fun here at Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan. So this is going to be par for the course in that regard. So please grab a ticket for yourself and a friend, family member, loved one, spouse, anybody that you want. Everybody in the company has the opportunity for 2 tickets, and we'll be really excited for you to join us on Saturday, December 3rd. And then finally, 2 more events coming up this week. If you have not already snagged your tickets, these are regional events. Glover U and Jeff Glover descending on Northeast Ohio for 17 ways to win this winter. And then Wendy Papazan, one of the wealth empire builders, one of Gary Keller's empire builders, will be brought to Cleveland by Keller Williams Young Professionals, our Cleveland chapter, on how to leverage your way to a wealthy life. And then national events, Command Con is tomorrow, Wednesday, November 9th. It's a virtual event. There are over 7,500 people attending, and this is going to be everything backwards, forwards of Command, how to leverage it, who's leveraging it at the highest level, and what you can do to maximize your opportunities within the most powerful tool in real estate technology. And then dates just announced for Family Reunion from a national event standpoint. Family Reunion 2023 will be in Anaheim, California, from the 18th to the 21st of February. And if you loved tuning in on Zoom, I have some bad news for you, right? It's good news for you. If you liked being there on Zoom, you're going to love being there in person. This is in person only, and is one of the most impactful events that you will participate in as a Keller Williams agent. It is of size and scale and scope beyond anything. We have about 2,000 Keller Williams agents in all of Northeast Ohio. There will be about 25,000 agents in Keller Williams in Anaheim. And so you get a really good perspective on the idea that we are a global company and what that means. And of course, we always get to hear from the man himself, Gary Keller. Here's a little some stats on who attends and who doesn't, right? If you want an extra 80 grand, basically is what it comes down to. If you're looking to close about $80,000 more in GCI and about 8 more units and 70% more volume, there's your opportunity. All right, now let's hear from some of our partners. Speaking of those mighty men in mortgage, the Cross Country Crusaders, what's going on, guys? What's happening with mortgage? Last week was a big week, right?
Yeah, last week was a big week. As we talked about last Tuesday, the Fed bumped the interest rate 0.75%. That was more or less a foregone conclusion going into it. We saw rates tick up just a hair. The press release kind of leaned in one direction, like, hey, maybe they would take their foot off the gas. The press conference afterwards kind of, countered that. So next Fed meeting is in mid-February. They're probably going to raise rates a half, possibly 3/4. So, still some upward pressure on interest rates. And as we talked about before, maybe we'll talk in the next couple of meetings in a little bit more detail, just kind of historically speaking, the whole idea of why the Fed is raising interest rates to more or less catch up with inflation and see those kind of, level out. So we'll have more detail on that. We wanted to feature this week. Friday is Veterans Day, so keep that in mind as it is a federal holiday. Cross Country will be fully open and operational, as will your favorite loan officers. But the VA loan, please don't shy away from the VA loan. We've had this message for years. Now with kind of, there being less multiple offers where some buyers were turning away from VA offers because of concerns about repairs, really have as much of an open mind as you've ever had about VA loans. Statistically speaking, within our branch, about 1 out of every 8 VA appraisals actually has any type of repair on there. That's not often, and oftentimes those are minimal. Smoke alarms, handrail, stuff that should really be there anyway. So if you've got a scenario like that and or a situation you want to chat with any of us about, please do. 0 down, no PMI, flexible credit, 2 years out of bankruptcy. VA is just an excellent no-brainer. And, to any veterans on this call, thank you for your service. We'd love to speak with you one-on-one to thank you for your service. Also talk about some co-marketing opportunities, possibly within your own sort of network. And, realtors, this should really be a niche. Don't run from VA loans. Don't run from VA buyers. It doesn't take a whole lot to get really proficient on the VA process and be a pro at it and really expand your market with it. But Don and Chris?
I think one of the biggest benefits of VA, aside from no money down, is it's the only transaction, the only loan you're going to get an appraiser to call a listing agent and selling agent that appraisal may be coming in low. That term is called Tidewater. And if the appraiser is having some issues with the value, they will reach out to the realtors for help. And they have 48 hours to get them some comps to help the appraiser make value. To me, that is a tremendous benefit on this product. VA loans can be used more than once. You can have more than one VA loan outstanding at the same time. You can go no money down up to 4 units. There's just so many benefits to the veteran to use this loan. Like Sean said, don't shy away from this product. Don't shy away from the veterans. We're here to help them. Cross Country is very, very pro-veteran. Sean, you can let them know what we're doing with, what is it, the Operation Stuffed Bear thing we have going on, which is a pretty cool thing. But yeah, don't shy away from this product. And I'm a huge advocate for the veterans. So if you want to know more about this product, reach out to myself, Sean, and Chris, please.
A lot of good knowledge there. Thanks, first and foremost, thanks to all the veterans out there. Wanted to also plug, I think it was brought up earlier, but Sean, I'm going to hop on that call as well, but the Buy Down Points call Zoom meeting on Thursday, a lot of really good knowledge there too.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Sean, great points all around, but yeah, do not shy away from any opportunities. And as our one of our resident auctioneers, Tom Seaman, always says, there's riches in the niches, right? If you're the guy or gal who can do the VA loans, can do the short sales, can do the hard thing, you will never ever be without opportunities. So, and thank you for bringing some clarity on all of those things to all of our people. All right, up next, Miss Gina Legeza. I saw you on the call this morning. Thank you for being here. Are you here?
I'm here. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Rockstar Agents. Gina Legeza, APHW. You know, Michael, I read an interesting article that was published from CNBC on October 24th, and I've got a real startling number for everybody to hear about, and that is, it was about inflation, and it said 63% of Americans, okay, right now are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, a startling number also, half of those Americans that are earning $100,000 salary say that they're just getting by. And you might say, how does this correlate to the home warranty? Don't allow your clients to be without one. They have no recourse if something was wrong with the home, no protection, no reimbursement, no help, and most of all, no coverage. So super important right now to make sure that your clients have all those things. With money being as tight as it is, we can't afford to sit by and watch a heating system go down. It'll break Americans. So very important that $500 policy brings that peace of mind, the assurance, the protection, and really make sure that the homeowner has a 1 year, of everything going smoothly. So I just wanted to point that out, how important it is to utilize our home warranty. And I just want to thank everybody. We've been having a lot of calls and meetings this month, and I want to thank everybody for their time and those that have been joining. So thank you guys for continued support.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you. I think that's such a great point. We don't we shy away from insurance and warranties because we think that things won't break or that we won't break. And that is exactly why you have it.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
You're better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it.
Get that peace of mind, spend
That's
more
right.
money on, so they can spend more money on Christmas gifts.
Mhm.
But
right.
anyway, thanks for having me. I appreciate your support.
Yeah. And thank you, Gina.
My pleasure.
All right. I don't think I saw Jess on the line. She'll yell if I missed her. All right, guys. So now we are going to move into the training portion of today's call and talk a little bit about, well, yes, winter is coming. And so how do you spend your time? As we say, like, the market's slowing down, seasonality alone is giving you more time today than you had maybe 3 months ago. And so what some will do is they will work the deals that are there when they are there, and they will just work a little less. What I want you to do is think about how much you were working and what you were working on in June, and then figure out how much more time you have to work on your business, not in your business. And so with winter coming, in some ways, it's coming whether we want it to or not. So how we prepare to reap our harvest next spring, that is going to be key to our long-term and short-term success. So today we're talking about a piece of really the database / marketing / lead generation model puzzle. And that's the 33 touch plan. And so, it kind of gets just talked about, and we all assume everyone knows and how to do it and what to do it. Now it comes from this little gem, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which is a book that breaks down all the models and systems used by millionaire real estate agents and how to put them in the right order. So the 33 touch program is a way for you to capture mind share, which then leads to market share. Okay. We as human beings are very pattern based. We're not logic based. We're not nearly as emotionally based as we think we are. We're very pattern based, right? And so what we need is somebody to constantly remind us of the fact that we're their realtor, or that we need to do the things that that we're their realtor. And the 33 touch program is a way to do that. So to talk to us about 33 touch plan today and give you some tools and resources around it is Carrie Mitchell. Carrie?
Hi, everyone. Mike, if you can unshare your screen because I will
Oh.
share my screen in a second.
Oh, I thought
Um,
I thought we were all in the same slide deck. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, everyone. So as Michael said, the 33 touch plan can be found in the MREA. Basically, it's a systematized approach. Gary Keller or one of Gary's friends did some research that says the best way to keep in front of your clients is that you need to reach out to them 33 times a year, whether that is through emails, texts, phone calls, print marketing, things like that. Mostly what he describes is one-to-one contact. So social media isn't so much mentioned in this. It's more like an afterthought because when you post something on social media, you can't guarantee that everyone is seeing it. So that is a bonus, but it's not really included in the 33 touch plan. So it sounds like a lot to connect with someone 33 whole times a year, but it really actually isn't that bad. Doesn't mean you have to call every single person in your database 33 times. Some of the examples you can find directly in the MREA are 18 touches, a combination of emails, mailings, letters, cards, or drop-offs, which is Popeyes basically. 8 touches that are thinking of you cards, 3 touches that are telephone calls, 2 touches that are birthday cards, 1 touch for a Mother's Day card, and 1 touch for a Father's Day card, which amounts to 33 touches a year. Now I know that some of those don't always apply to everyone. So we have, let me share my screen. Nope. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Mike, I can't share my screen.
Oh,
But-
hold on. Maybe I am
Mike, I sent you something that you can share on your screen.
okay, great.
And I
I
could talk about it.
I will do that. All right, here we are.
Okay, so this Google Sheet I'm going to share in the chat. You guys have access to, so you can make a copy of it and edit it on your own. Basically what it is some ideas for you to build your own 33 touch plan through the year. So some of the touches are listed in column B, what they are. You can choose which ones seem most relevant to your client base or which ones you want to use this year, the details on it and how many touches per year. So in column A, as you check off which ones you want to do, at the very top,
Oh my.
it will add those up to calculate that you're getting to 33. Now these are just examples. So if you wanted to add on more on your own sheet, you're welcome to add more ideas on there. But this is a general basis of these are things you can do. And now is the best time to plan it all out. So once January starts, you already have your plan created. The second tab on here is client event ideas. So if you did want some of your touches to be client events, these are just some general ideas of some things that you could do for those. But getting back to the main page, the main tab, sorry, Mike.
I'm trying.
But this has the ideas for you. The details are just basically what you need to do them. Tomorrow in Pepper Pike at 12 p.m. I'll be hanging around for about 30 minutes. If you need help building your plan, you want more ideas, you want to just talk it through a little bit, I'll be doing that in Pepper Pike. But this is for you guys to use. All you have to do is click on file and create a copy, and then you should be able to edit it and use it yourself.
So just so everyone can see how to do that, file, make a copy, and then I can say this is Rapaski 33 touch. And then it'll reopen the file for me. Same thing. And then that way I can make all the changes and edits that I want to. What questions do you guys have about 33 touch programs, about this? I've got a couple of thoughts, but before I dive in to all that, I'd love to hear, what do you guys think? What jumps out at you about this? Feel free to unmute, throw something in the chat. Well, I'll say first things first, the resource of being able to know, all right, what are my touches and how many am I actually getting? Very powerful, right? Because sometimes we're in a position where we think we're doing more than we actually are. And that is the worst position for us to be in, is that, you know, hey, like, oh yeah, I'm talking to my people all the time, right? And I'm sending stuff out all the time, right? And we feel like we are almost burdensome with how much we're doing. But if you evaluated which of these did you do in the last year, you might say, wow, the people in my database only actually got 6 touches. And that's not nearly enough. And here's what's really great is, you know, everybody in this company has a tool called KW Command. You have access to it and you pay for it as a part of your monthly bill. The first 3, right? You can get nearly, you get more than a third of your touches with 3 automated items for people in your database, right? That is a monthly neighborhood nurture, a birthday card or birthday reminder, and a home anniversary reminder, right? The idea is that's 14 touches that you just get pushed into your task list, and it says, hey, call Chris, it's his birthday. And then you call Chris, you say, hey man, happy birthday, how you doing? And that's a touch, right? And if you're wondering who to call or when to call them, this helps. You can do the same thing with Father's Day, Mother's Day, holiday cards, and get a lot of mind share just through automation available in KW Command, which is really powerful. The second thing is you don't have to create this stuff, right? Look at line 11 and line 13, right? Monthly home maintenance tips and facts from your mortgage partners, right? So, you know, I'm sure we all get I hope we all get Sean Hadley's emails. They are fantastic. And those could just as easily be repurposed and forwarded on and say, hey, if you're looking for, you know, better understand what your purchasing power is, talk to Sean, right? Or who's that inspector you love to use, right? I guarantee you they have a monthly home maintenance tip, right? That they would say, and if you co-sponsor them, or maybe it's a contractor or handyman that could produce that for you, and then all you do is you churn that out. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have Sean. I'm gonna do these. Boom. There's 30 touches, and I can do them hard copy. I can throw them with a calendar. You do some trinkets. I can do a lot of different stuff, right? But there's nobody in my database who wouldn't know I was in real estate if I set them up on just those 30 touches. And then, you know, God forbid I called them 4 times a year. And know that this is a database strategy. 70% of all buyers and sellers came from the database last year. In 2021, 70% of buyers and sellers were in realtors' databases, right? Here's the thing. I'm looking at half a dozen people on my screen right now. Most of you have overlapping people in your database. So you won't be the only realtor that people know. But if you're the one that they communicate with, or that communicates with them on a regular basis, you'll be the one that they think of when they have a real estate need, right? There are there's just no other way around it, I guess. And so glad to see so many people Glad to see so many people popping in. Guys, get in here, grab it, and make a copy. And then, as Carrie mentioned, Carrie, do you want to say that again about tomorrow, what you're doing tomorrow?
Yes, so tomorrow in Pepper Pike at 12:00 p.m. I'll be in the third floor training room. If any of you have questions on your 33 touch plan, if you need help building it out, if you want to get a little bit more into the specifics of setting people up on smart plans, putting these in your calendar and things like that, I will be there for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and I'm happy to help anyone who stops by.
That's awesome, because what is education without implementation?
Entertainment.
Just entertainment. And I mean, listen, guys, we play good music. I tell great jokes, but we're not here just to entertain. We really do want to help you put this into action. The opportunity to do that around a bunch of others that are doing the same thing and have it, or maybe are already doing it and refining it. That's the sort of opportunity that we're creating with these Wednesday implementation sessions. And oh, by the way, if you're in productivity coaching, there's a pretty good chance that you need one of these as well. So stick around and knock it out. It is a very, very doable thing to go from no communication to reminding people about every 10 days that you're their realtor. So take advantage of that. And thank you for the shout outs. Hadley dropping dimes in there for the cross country Facebook group. And Polly, thank you for the confirmation. She says creating a 2023 plan now will put us in play as our client base for our client base as the #1 go-to realtor throughout 2023. And it's so easy to do now. Yes, absolutely. Bob DeSanto says, I'm looking for a service to automate postcards on a seasonal basis to a limited number of contacts. Any suggestions for that? There are two that come to mind. One is AM cards, I believe. Any Bold graduates, please shout that out. Aladdin is the guy who started that company. They do a very good job. And then, Carrie, what's the other one? Is it Send Out Cards?
Yes, it's Send Out Cards.
Send Out Cards. And so what you can do is, put in your database, pick from a variety of packages and say, send the happy 4th of July, Independence Day, happy Memorial Day, et cetera, et cetera. And the last thing I'll say about this is thank you guys. Julia just dropped both of those in the chat. So check those out, Bob.
I was going to say, if you don't mind, I use Reminder Media. They send out monthly postcards.
Okay, great.
To a area.
Nice. So from a farm standpoint. Excellent. Excellent. If you have a link for that, would you drop that in the chat, Maria? Yep, never mind. Julia beat you to it. The other thing I want to call out, we've seen some agents really start to do this as we've gotten further away from COVID. I want to remind you that this is allowed to be fun. This is allowed to be a fun thing to do. So this seasonal go-tos, right? It could be places to watch fireworks, good place with good pumpkin patches, summer, winter attractions, and then just roll over to the client event ideas, right? And they're gonna be very similar things. And I think we had a team, the Golden Group on the West Side, have hundreds of people come through a pumpkin patch a few weeks ago. We had well over 100 people at our trunk or treat back in October. Something like what Matt is doing. I don't know if Matt's still within arm's reach, Carrie, but that's a client event. The people he gets involved, every time he sells a house or helps a buyer, they learn about Thanksgiving Heroes. They get to give to Thanksgiving Heroes. They get to volunteer with Thanksgiving Heroes. When they're spending their Saturday delivering meals to families, they're doing it because Matt's their realtor, right? And so don't be afraid to build your 33 touch plan around, what you like to do. You might just end up really liking it and doing it a lot and then growing a really big business. Anything else to add, Carrie, before we transition to one more item for the day?
I don't think so. Just if you guys copy this sheet, the whole point of it is so that it is your own and you can make it what you want. So don't feel like what's in there is what you have to do. Feel free to edit it, add ideas, take things away. So you can really just have that sheet there as your go-to plan for 2023.
Awesome. Thank you for putting this together, Carrie. Thank you for leading the conversation today. And we'll be excited to see everybody really start to get the most out of their databases in the upcoming year. All right, I got one more item. Can we see my screen?
Yes.
Can we still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to let everybody know about this. You know, this is another winter is coming thing. Your company, Keller Williams Realty International, has formed a partnership with Capstone Financial as a way to bring group plan access to individual agents and 1099 independent contractors. And so this opportunity exists in Keller Williams, and not in other places, I guess is how I should say it. This is the strength of being a global company. And so if you go to the I can't see my chat. If it should be in the chat, and then also thank you. My chat's disappeared on me. Or hit the QR code. You're gonna get information on how to learn more about this. And I can tell you, I've already, it just launched, I believe last Tuesday. And believe it or not, I had a couple agents reach out to me and ask about, hey, do you know anything about who I should talk to about health insurance, et cetera, et cetera. And I was able to send them to this source, and the feedback has been really phenomenal. Now, I don't have the capacity to probably answer a lot of the questions that a lot of you will have. What I do know is that this Real Agent Perks program has a lot of support from Capstone Financial on their end and from KW's end. And so whatever it is that you're running into, there's webinars, there's opportunities to explore plans, compare plans, do a lot of different stuff. I want you to take advantage of that. Again, like, if you felt like you were working 60 or 70 hours or 80 hours a week on real estate in June, I'm going to challenge you to continue to work those 50 or 60 hours a week here in November and December, even though your deal count might not be as high, because it's so powerful. If we have our house in order, we have our 33 touch in motion, we have our things like health insurance and the like taken care of, so that we can hit the ground running as hard and as fast as we can in 2023. And I'll remind you, and I apologize, I don't have a slide for it. So anyway, hit this open enrollment, only around for about the next 68 days, 67 days. So take advantage of it now. The last thing I will remind you all of as we move.
Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to cut you off. Everyone, I'm also going to put a link to some Real Agent Perks webinars. There's multiple dates. They are, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays or something. There's a ton of dates there. Feel free to sign up for one. They're all free. They're all a webinar. So you can feel free to ask your questions there to the experts at Real Agent Perks. The first link I sent was just their website. But if you want to learn more and you have questions, the webinars are where you want to go.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That's a great resource to kick things off on. The second piece that I just want to remind everybody of is this year, 2022, is a year like every other year where the government has the intention of collecting taxes. They're going to collect those taxes at some point next year. And so it would behoove you to start getting your house in order from a tax standpoint right now. We have a partnership with a tax professional named Bobby Bodner. And Bobby is a 1099 specialist. So he works exclusively with independent contractors and sole proprietors. He will be a great resource to you in advising how to navigate your tax portfolio, how to and when to incorporate, what to do with that incorporation so that you are protected. And Bobby is oft known to say that the easiest way to make an extra $10,000 next year is to not give it to the government. And so he is very passionate about tax, right? You want to associate yourselves with super nerdy people. And when it comes to taxes, no one's nerdier than Bobby. And so his information is in the chat. You see a testimonial from Polly. Polly and her husband, Bruce, absolutely love Bobby. They love working with him, as does everybody who's engaged with him. And I want you to know that Bobby gives special rates for all of his work and support exclusively to Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan Agents because he is passionate about what we do and the opportunity to partner with high-minded business people, which is all of you. So you got that information in there. If you have any questions around that, please let me know and we will get you guys sorted. But now is the time to start laying the groundwork, right? Start putting things in their place, whether it be your marketing plan, your health insurance, your tax and accounting strategies, whatever it is, because next year we got to get while the getting's good. And that's why we're talking about it now. All right, guys, have an awesome rest of your week. Focus on communication. Seek first to understand what's going on, why is it going on, and how can we help our clients navigate it. That's our play for the day. Have a great week.